Mrs. Thomas. No, I got food, Dad. I have been teaching for 33.5 years. In a few years, I'll retire in about 3 years when my daughter graduates from grad school. When I was 3 years old, I don't know what it was. I told myself I wanted to be a teacher. Don't ask me. Oh, well, my sisters went to school at Lincoln Elementary School in Berkeley, and I used to think, that is so cool. And once I saw their teacher, and the teacher was teaching them, my mother took me to school. I can't remember why. When I was real little, and I just said I wanted to be a teacher. And then when I went to teacher college, it was horrid. I was like 1 or 2 blacks or 3 blacks in the teacher program, and no one ever wanted to work with me because they assumed I was dumb and I didn't know any better. But I actually ended up doing very well, getting A's and B's and going on and getting my master's.
Robinson this morning? She's a very good reader. Good to have Reese. Reese, where's your nephew?
Plain and simple, they have more parents, 2-parent families, which probably is less stress in the classroom on the children. It's actually a school that is a Eurocentric school. It's multicultural, but it's very Eurocentric, the ideas and the concepts I'm finding.
Maybe you sit right there in that seat there.
I had another parent start a group of parents, and they all decided they were not going to sign my homework policy because it was too harsh. But the other teachers had homework policies. Then they got together and they decided they wanted to volunteer in my room every day, but the other teachers didn't have volunteers every day. What they were doing was monitoring my teaching ability and trying to act like they were coming to volunteer. And then after they found out I was teaching their students, and then they saw how their students were acting, because some of their children were acting really naughty, and they were embarrassed, and then they didn't want to come back.
All my lights went off, even down the street.
What happened?
For 4 hours, and since we had some little glow-in-the-dark things that are colors, we got to play with them at night.
Oh.
And the lights stayed off until morning.
Wow.
And it was really
My first award was from actually a parent. She gave me a little statue. Said I was one of the best teachers in the school. Then I received another award called the Marcus Foster Award a few years later, which is like you're like the top educator in Oakland, which was really cool. I was a top teacher, then there was a top principal, then there was a top volunteer in the Oakland community, and the actress from West Side Story, Rita Moreno, gave me my award, and I was so touched. She's someone, as a kid, I used to emulate singing West Side Story.
You just miss Mommy? What's the matter? Oh, would you like to get some water? You sure? Oh, I'm sorry.
Or the story of one of my students named Melinda, who was molested by a woman. You always think children get molested by men, but this was a little girl. She was like 5 years old. She got molested by her next door neighbor, a woman, and she stopped speaking. She spent the entire year in my room not speaking, but when she read, she just moved her lips, and I had to read her lips to make sure she was saying the words. She never spoke, and I encouraged her mother to get therapy. Came back and she spoke, and it just made me cry because it's really sad. Someone stole her thunder for a minute, but she got it back. That's why I came home many times and I'd be so tired, because I was trying to be their mother and father also, and you just can't do that.
That's the sound the long A makes. Then we had another sound called the long O sound. Let's say this one. Oh. No, I hear somebody saying ah. No, it's just like the alphabet letter. When you sing the alphabet song, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H,
Let's
I,
see.
J, K, L, M, N.
Sometimes 5 extra hours per night. 7 to 8. No, actually I get home at 6. 6 to 7, 7 to 8, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, and 10 to 11. And actually, yeah. And I spend about 10 minutes making dinner for my family. And the house is usually a mess. I don't usually clean up my house to the weekends, which is kind of sad, but I put them first.
Are we ready to go to bed? I'm done with my work. It's 12 o'clock, 12:03. So I'm going. Good night. Translate.
be a teacher, you have to be very, very strong. And in this day and age, I don't think there's a lot of young people who are strong enough to be teachers, because you have 20 personalities.